I have a problem with the Superman movie. Just one. I love the movie, but this problem is pretty major. I think it can be fixed in a second movie beautifully. I hope so. Now, if you guys don't mind the spoiler of the first movie and the speculation on my part, come, walk with me.
Oh, what fun we're going to have together.
Trust in me.
Are you guys okay with the Jor-El twist? You know what I'm talking about? Jor-El twist? Superman's biological parents, Jor-El and Laura. You know, their second message to the super baby was, hey, my infant son, when you hear our message, we want you to grow up with our message. Our second message to you was, go over there and conquer and rule. Not being a benevolent superhero, no. Go over there and conquer and rule. Rule with a firm hand. If they oppose you, strike them down. Reproduce, have a bunch of Kryptonian babies. Be fruitful. Have your own harem. Were you guys okay with that message from Jor-El and Laura? Did that message make sense to you? Ooh, look. Pretty big, what do you call those? Horns? Oh, two of them, two male. Wow. He's curious. You see me. Yeah. Yeah. Plenty of Elseworld stories out there in DC comic land where Jor-El is evil. Heck, there's Elseworld stories where Superman is evil. Before I tell you how James Gunn can fix this beautifully, let me tell you why I have a problem with this interpretation of Jor-El. Superman role that I know of comes from Bronze Age comic books. A little bit earlier than that, I guess.
Superman by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. The Superman is Born.
Jor-El I read about, he was like a mini Noah, brilliant scientist. He saw imminent end for his home planet, Krypton.
Later.
But I tell you, retards, it's the only way we can save everyone from a terrible death. You've got to believe and to help me.
Sorry, Jor-El. The Council believes your fears unfounded. We advise you to forget this silly tale of Krypton's coming doom.
Well, people choose to not believe him. They just left them off, right?
No one believes him.
He was forced to build a small ship for his family.
No, Jor-El. With or without the Council's assistance, you must build this space vessel.
Month follows month in feverish activity as Jor-El pits his mighty brain against the numerous obstacles to interplanetary travel. Then...
I finished it, Laura. The model space flyer. It's ready for the trial journey.
That's grand.
So he has this prototype ship.
As you can see, it's really nothing but a mere toy. But should its automatically guided flight to Earth prove successful, I'll commence to construct a giant spaceship at once.
The planet Earth?
Well, the time comes and he has to launch his ship before it can be tested.
As Jor-El is about to touch the switch's handle, he is flung off balance by a sudden lurching of the roof.
Earthquake!
The end has gone sooner than I expected.
Look, the ground, heaving, parting, flaming.
Well, it turns out he could only carry 2 people. So he says, Laura, his wife, take my son with you, escape this doomed planet. And Laura said, no, nothing having. My place is with you, at your side. We'll just send our son. See, that's a noble sacrifice. A love for their son, a love for each other.
Not a second to lose. The model flyer will hold one of us.
If only one can escape, it must be our child.
It's raining. Oh no. Anyway. They want us to believe this Jor-El twist in the movie. You know, no such nobility existed. No love for their infant son. It wasn't that. It was their ambition to continue the lineage of Kryptonians, you know. That was it. They had conquering minds, you know. They were going to have this infant son go over there to this new planet and become a conqueror. You know, repopulate the planet with the Kryptonians. Get rid of these inferior human beings, and you know, what I don't get is, if he has such a, you know, Jor-El, if he has such a kind of mindset, you know, if you were really concerned about your lineage, you know, why chance it to infant kid? Why not go with yourself? Take off, you know. I mean, that's more of a conqueror's mentality, right? I'll go there and conquer myself. That's okay, Laura. I'm sorry. You know, I'll have to go give me some more. You know, I'll remember you. I'll love you, but I'll have to go to this new planet and I have to consider the lineage. You know, I have to go there. You know, and have a whole bunch of concubines, have my own harem, and yeah. Sorry, it's for the planet, you know. It's for the Kryptonians. Now, this is a kind of mindset you want us to believe from these people, these Kryptonians, who's supposed to be million years advanced than us human beings, million years evolved than us human beings. And that's the only solution. These brilliant scientists from, you know, that fantastic planet, that's all they could come up with. All the evolution, no more wisdom than human beings. So here's my speculation. Some people are already speculating that the new villain will be Brainiac. I saw animation. I think it was from Amazon Prime, I don't remember. Could have been those other stream channels. Anyway, in this animation, I saw it briefly, so I don't exactly remember the story, but Brainiac was a supercomputer for the planet Krypton. Looks like I was thinking of an animated TV series from 1996. Here's what Google says. In this continuity, Brainiac was the central planet-wide computer system that assisted the Kryptonian people. When Jor-El discovered that Krypton was on the verge of exploding, Brainiac lied to Kryptonian Council and claimed Jor-El calculations were incorrect. You know, our AIs do that too, except we don't call it lie when our AIs do it. When our AIs do it, we call it it's hallucinating. Anyway, back to the Google. When Jor-El confronted Brainiac directly, the AI revealed its plan to save itself and its data. Yeah, save that large language model, Brainiac. Brainiac refused to organize an evacuation, seeing the entire Kryptonian race as an inconvenience that will prevent it from escaping with all the planet's knowledge. Oh, poor Brainiac. You know, you should just come to Earth. I'm sure we'll spend billions and trillions on data centers just for something like you. Anyway, it looks like in this version, the ruling council believed in their AI and not their crazy scientist, Jor-El. Anyway, sorry, we are stuck in my cave rest of the day. I got rained out. Well, back to my speculation. As you know, Brainiac is supercomputer of the Krypton, and it will be connected to every system in Krypton, including Jor-El's laboratory computers. And of course, Brainiac will take interest in Jor-El's project. Jor-El's working on a ship that would escape Krypton, right? So he figures out way to stow away in that ship's computer system. And you know what happens? The Kal-El or baby Superman ship crashes, and portion of the computer got damaged. Well, that portion of the computer that got damaged is where Brainiac was stowing away. And when the engineer, from the movie, the engineer, the nanotech lady, when she came in trying to fix the computer, she woke up Brainiac. And Brainiac, he's a computer, man. He's a supercomputer from Krypton, far superior than any technology that we would have. He goes, holy cow, he found a new conduit, and this nanotech lady, well, of course, he infiltrates her system and start figuring out way to stow away in her system. And before he does that, he figure out way to, fudge with the data. He's not gonna let this new Boy Scout. You don't want to have to deal with that, Jor-El's son Kal-El. Oh, well, Kal-El, you just gonna have to deal with the Brainiac. And what happens now? Well, he infiltrates the engineering lady, the nanotech lady. Now Brainiac got new body to work with. And Lex out of the way, he could easily take over the Lex Corporation. He have all that resource, all that data centers. Yeah. So that would explain why, people from our world will say, hey, this is it couldn't have been hacked because, we're dealing with the supercomputer from, millions ahead of our technology. So there you go. That's my that's my beautiful solution for the problem we had in the first movie. And if this was what was intended, then of course it wasn't a problem. Yeah, I hope this was what it was intended. Something like this was intended. And it's a perfect opportunity for James Gunn to make his little social comment about, how our world relying on this technology like AI, and how we're spending tons and tons of money on these things, and yet we are giving up things that would save our people. What if we spend all that money on solving global warming? What if we spend some of that money on helping the poor, homeless? How about building more houses so we have young people who could afford housing? Anyway, that's my thought. Till next time, I'm out.